Hi Scorpio, welcome to your tarot reading. So we're just going to do our general reading. Happy birthday season. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. And I love you guys sharing your energy with me. Stick around after the tarot reading. I'm going to have a bunch of announcements for my website and everything. But right now we're just going to get into the tarot reading. So if you are new, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Just a general reading today. I try to rotate and do general readings and then love readings. So we're going to pull from the tarot, and then I've got 3 oracle decks out here. We're going to pull probably 2 from each of those. Get an overall feel for energies at the end and some last minute guidance for you. But let's get into this tarot and see what Spirit has to say. So we have the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Devil. And then underneath we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the underneath card is usually like the underlying energy, or in this case, it could be what you don't see coming in. So the situation right now is this Hierophant, which is like traditional. It can be about religion, but it can also be about like a leader, or it can be about your job, like traditions, corporate America. It could be about religion. And the blockage here is the Chariot. So control, victory, forward movement. So there's no forward movement in this situation. So this could be about your job. There's been no forward movement in your job. It could be about you trying to control certain traditions or beliefs. You know, again, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But the underneath of this is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is very ambitious. He's very action oriented. It is about speed. So it's about acting with speed and precision. So I feel like, you know, when this forward movement does happen, you want it to be precise and you want it to be accurate. In the recent past, we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is about your work and about being seen. It's also about like teamwork and collaboration. But if you look here in these pentacles, they're built into this concrete. So it's like a stable type of energy. It's, you know, definitely building something very stable, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. So, and you could be building this with others, or it could just be that you're building something that's, excuse me, being seen. So again, this could be with your work and you wanting forward movement and being seen. But this is the recent past. So I feel like this is you starting to collaborate or you starting to be seen. And in your higher self, your subconscious, we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is, sorry, self-worth, but it's also about like you sitting back, enjoying your rewards, reaping the rewards. It's financial independence, it's security, that type of energy. That's basically what you're trying to call in here. So in the near future, we have the 10 of Wands, and this is about laying down burdens, setting down burdens, leaving behind what doesn't belong to you, you know, setting those burdens down and leaving them behind you so that they can no longer affect you. And the 10s are the end of a cycle. So you're definitely ending a cycle very soon of carrying burdens. And that could be in this work or whatever situation this is for you. It could be your religion. It could be like your spirituality, but I definitely feel like this is more about work and you wanting to move forward on whatever that could be. Maybe you're building something with someone else. Maybe you're building something on your own that you want to come to fruition, and you're very action oriented about that. So your advice from Spirit is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about truth, but it's also about like clarity. So your advice from Spirit here is, when you take this new beginning, get clear on what you want, because you're very ambitious and you want things to come in quickly. Get clear on what you want and how you want to move forward. so that when you lay these burdens down, you can do that. In your environment, you have the Five of Wands. So it's like a competition. It is like challenges, conflict. So this could be you are experiencing conflicts at work, challenges at work. And that could be why you're wanting to move into something else, or again, your spirituality. Or this could also be an internal conflict. So maybe that's a burden. One of the burdens that you're putting down is this internal conflict. Your hopes and fears are the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. She is very creative, ambitious, go-getter. She is confident. She's full of joy. So I feel like that's what you're sitting in that energy. Excuse me. You're sitting in this energy, and this is what you're hoping to bring in. This is, your hope is, this creative energy, this joyful energy. So again, I feel like this could be with your work, maybe more creative adventure or building something. It could just be a side hustle, it doesn't even have to be like a career type thing. But the overall outcome here is the Devil. So this is a potential outcome. And the Devil can be like negative behaviors. It can, again, be the control here with this Chariot, trying to control things. So I think with this overall outcome with the Devil, you're obviously conflicted, you're holding on to burdens. So maybe the overall outcome is just getting rid of those burdens and getting rid of that energy. Let's see. What does Scorpio not see coming, Spirit? What do they not see coming? So we have the Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. Wow. So you got 3 major arcanas there. So this is a big deal. He didn't have a lot of major arcana in the actual reading itself. He did have 2 aces and a few major arcana. So it's kind of a big time for you, Scorpio. So we have the Judgment here. And the Judgment is about like an aha moment, an awakening, a reckoning. So I definitely feel like this could be like a spiritual awakening too. So again, with this spirituality, you could be moving into more of a creative time. I know Scorpio is my rising sign, and I've been moving into more spirituality, trying to start my business, doing social media and building my website. So that could be something that you guys are going through as well. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the divine timing. It is, fortune, fate, cycles, things turning in your favor. And then we have Temperance, which is about balance and patience. So this is the Sagittarius card, but it is about balance and patience. So things are balancing out. You're going to have this aha moment, this reckoning, and leaving things in the past is another thing that could be happening. But this is definitely divine timing, things turning in your favor. This is karma here, and things balancing out for you. I really love that. That's awesome. I love that for me too. So what are the actions and advice for Scorpio, Spirit? Actions and advice. We have the King of Pentacles. So stay grounded. Stay in your stable energy. 5 of Cups. If you've had loss, then, don't focus too hard on that loss. Again, with that Devil energy and this, you got these 2 5s here. This conflicted, or this challenges, conflict with others, whether this is internal or others that you're dealing with. Don't sit in that energy. Don't sit in this loss energy. It's okay to acknowledge loss. It's okay to acknowledge your feelings. But with this traditional card, he has these 3 of Cups here that are spilt, but he's not noticing these 2 of Cups back here behind him. And it leads to this bridge in this house back here. So, definitely acknowledge that there could be some loss here, especially with the laying down of these burdens. But don't sit in that energy too long. Don't focus on that too much, and start planning. You have the 2 of Wands here. This is about planning. It's about expansion. It's about, again, with the partnership. So you have this 3 of Pentacles here. So maybe you're building with someone else, or maybe you're finding a business partner. You guys are building something together, whatever that could be. But yeah, so it's definitely, expand and take the next step here. However big that is for you. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. This is, the expansion card. So maybe it's just taking one small step into building what it is that you want to build. Or maybe it's, taking a huge step. Maybe you're leaving your job. Maybe you're building something with someone else, and, laying these burdens down is leaving your job. But just get that clarity. Get clear on what you do want. So let me see what we can get for Oracle cards. I really love this, though. I feel like you're moving into a good place. Just, you know, watch those negative habits, that negative thinking, which I know sometimes is easier said than done, especially when you're going through a really tough cycle. But things will start to move forward. Things will start to build for you. You know, whether this is, you know, religion, your work, your spirituality, I definitely feel like you're having some type of awakening, some type of aha moment here for sure. So we have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. I love that. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So, you know, this could be you being honest with yourself, getting clarity, being honest with what you want and how you want to move forward. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. This is an awesome reading. I think it's a really good time for everyone. I think a lot of us in the collective are just looking for happiness, new beginnings. We're going after our stability and what we want to call in for ourselves. And I really love that energy. And I feel like that's definitely what Scorpio is doing here in this reading. Singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. So maybe some of you need to get out more, kind of bust up this energy a little bit. I know that helps me sometimes. Mediumship. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. That could be spirit guides. That could be, you know, your loved ones that have passed. Maybe you need to look into mediumship. Maybe that's what some of you are moving into, you know, that spiritual, that aha moment, that judgment card. Maybe you're moving into more of a spiritual business or spiritual type of energy. I mean, it doesn't even have to be turning it into a business. Like I said, this could be just a side hustle. Maybe you're conflicted and you're holding yourself back, which I feel a lot of us do sometimes, you know, we kind of just, we'll do that to ourselves, but Spirit's telling you don't do that. We have bushfires and air, motion. So we have fury and motion. So bushfires is number 10. That could resonate for some of you. Bushfires, fury. Extreme emotions once engaged are hard to put back in the container. Anger is a healthy emotion, yet fury is less necessary. Warlike emotions should be tempered unless survival requires it. Emotional intelligence is required at this time. Interesting. So that could lead into that devil energy or that being conflicted. You know, it's okay to be upset about things or to be angry. Angry is a healthy emotion. Anger is a healthy emotion. It's okay to be angry. It's how you express it and how you go about it. That can become a problem. And then we had air, which is the number 22, which reduces to a 4. 22. Right past it. Okay. Air, motion. Be flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought. Move and choose. Find your freedom. Use your voice resourcefully. Stand up for what you believe in and be mindful of the way you communicate. Again, with this fury and this communication, you know, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to want to express yourself. Just be careful on how you're doing that moving forward. So I really love this for you though. I feel like, you know, you just kind of got to put down these burdens, get out of your head a little bit. I get it, easier said than done. I do the same thing, but you've definitely got some great things coming in here. You know, we've got this aha moments, divine timing is at play. Things are balancing out for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this and I'll see you guys next time. If you want to stick around for the announcements, I'm just going to kind of talk about some different things that are going on. So I've got my website up and running. I am open again for tarot readings if you're interested. So you can go to my website and find those. I've got digital products listed on my website. I will be adding more very, very soon as I get them completed. Bear with me on that. So I'm just trying to get as much out there as I can. I'll have some, there are free downloads on my website if you're interested in that. So you can go and look at the different moon cycles for the rest of this year. I have like a spiritual awakening that you can go through and kind of see like where you're at in your spiritual awakening. It kind of leads into like my coaching program that I have. So I am a spiritual coach. If you feel called to need coaching, or you know somebody that needs coaching, I love to coach others and help others. But that free spiritual awakening will kind of let you know where you are on your path. And if you are interested in the coaching program, we can start there and look through the spiritual awakening and see where you're at on your journey and how we can move you forward and kind of open things up for you, maybe bring in, what you're looking for. So, just let me know on that if you're interested. What else? I will be giving away free tarot and oracle card readings on both YouTube and TikTok. If you're interested, please follow on both. Like, follow, subscribe, leave me messages. It helps push my channel out. I am trying to grow my community and grow my businesses, and that would really help me, and I'd be very appreciative if you did do that. What else? I've got my little list over here that I keep looking at. I've got the free printables, tarot readings. I'll be giving those out. And then what else did I put? So there are like little interactive things on my website, like tarot cards that you can flip through and astrology that you can look at. If you're interested in any of that, let me know. I have listings on my website for astrology readings. We can go in depth with your birth chart and help you find like your mission and purpose, with your North Node. And I can do like a full breakdown for you. We can do tarot readings. If you're interested in astrology or tarot, I am going to be teaching courses on those soon as well. I'll have those listed. But yeah, definitely a lot coming up these next few months and this next year. I'm just trying to, kind of grow into this and really open up to my spirituality and helping others with the knowledge that I have, because I just know tarot and astrology have helped me so much through so many different aspects of my life. I went through a huge spiritual awakening again in 2018. I've always been spiritual and I've always been called to help others, but 2018 is when I really decided to focus on my spirituality, and I moved more into the astrology and the tarot. And I've read tarot for, almost a decade now. But I started reading more for family and friends and coworkers, and then started doing it for a business and, for monetary gain, and people started paying me for it, or, we would trade gifts for it. I would do tarot readings for Reiki sessions or vice versa. I do Reiki now too. I'm Reiki 2 certified, trying to get my master teacher eventually. But yeah, so definitely go check out my website. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll talk to you guys later.